Welcome to the show. I'm Darius, aka Mr. Regal.
It's your boy TK, aka Rajah Dracula.
And this is Mind the Gap,
where we discover the truth behind the noise.
And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about should billionaires donate more money and can companies afford to increase wages? But before we get into all that, we actually have a sponsor for today's video.
Tron Bath and Body. Go to the website Tron Bath Body, where you can get your plant-based, handmade skincare products.
That's right. And make sure you hit the links below the video to find out how you can follow us and subscribe to our channel.
And also, while you're watching right now, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell.
Thank you. So, first question, should billionaires donate more money? I was on Twitter the other day and I saw this gentleman upset because Mark Zuckerberg only donated $25 million.
Yeah.
His point was that if you do the calculation, that's only like worth. Well, he calculated Bill Gates and Mark. I don't know how much Bill Gates donated, but I'm assuming it was a grip more than I had.
Yeah.
And it was only like 0.025% of their overall wealth. And he was saying that basically wasn't enough. That they shouldn't be patted on the back for giving stuff like that. For such a small amount, because it's less than 1% of their wealth.
Just because
and we shouldn't make a big deal out of it.
But how much of wealth are they giving in comparison to 25 million?
They never go into that. I never see that part of it.
That's why
they donating
on
Twitter.
I don't never understand that. Just because this is how much this person has, you know what I'm saying, you should be giving more. But I gave 25. Well, you give 25 mil.
They're not.
That's what I'm saying.
But he was saying it was the equivalent of, which is crazy, he used the average, apparently the average income for Americans is $76,000, which I've never seen. I don't know too many people making it, but he was like, that's the same as them giving like $20.
Yeah, I think the average is like, what you're supposed to be making as a like middle wage is like $27 an hour. Supposed to be making that much.
Where they get that
That's the
figure
average. I don't know.
Where do they get that figure from?
Yeah, I got to argue somebody over there. I think it's like $27 an hour. But like even,
I ain't never seen that, bro.
I'll show you later. You know what I'm saying?
That do make sense because recently when they were talking about the stimulus package, they was using. I was trying to figure out where they got 75,000 from, like with a cutoff point.
Yeah,
I was like, where they get that from? And I don't know anybody making around 40.
Yeah, but I know people that make like $28
an hour,
$28 an hour, 29, almost 30.
Must be nice.
Yeah. And then you got people that's in like professional settings making that type of money. And you got to think it's the overall. So, I mean, from where we at, it's going to be rare that we find somebody that makes 27.
Yeah.
But the overall is, because if you think somebody like people we know like Mills. Like,
he up
there.
He's up there.
Average it out like 8 people, you know what I mean? So
I can see it in his case.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
But people think there's two camps though. Is people saying that they shouldn't be held because they only gave to what their net worth is only a small amount, and other people saying that this is a larger issue of we shouldn't be asking millionaires or the rich for more money. We should be taxing more money to not even have in the first place, so we have more money available.
I agree with the taxing.
I actually don't.
I agree with the taxing. Because even when we was going through a recession, the first said they taxed the rich higher.
Yeah.
That's how we came out of it. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what helped the middle class stay strong. And even they got more money. But they became, I ain't going to say richer, but like they prospered in that too. You know what I'm saying? Though they was being taxed, like the middle class was so strong that they basically got the money back. Right. And when you look at stuff like Amazon, when you hear that they didn't get taxed for nothing all year, you looking at it like, what's going on there?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I believe if you talking about taxing, that I agree with that because I think the more that you make and the more that you do or the more that you accumulate, I think you should give. But I think if it's like on a charity base, they gave 25 mil, when they ain't have to give it all, then I think that is a pat on the back because that's 25 mils that as a group we didn't make up.
Right. And that I wasn't going to give.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I have a hard time giving somebody like, $20.
Yeah.
But I have no problem going out to eat, spending, you know what I'm saying, $40 for myself.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
My thing in terms of taxes is I don't mind taxing like corporations more money, but as an individual, I don't want that much coming out. My main reason for not wanting that is if government was more transparent and we could like see where the money was going, I wouldn't have as much of a problem giving up that money.
Yeah.
But in my personal experience, I see, our tax money, keeps going missing, and people saying we don't have money for like school programs and this and that. But then like the mayor get a raise or something like that. Like they find ways to give money that way.
Just
in these new construction projects, but then like the places that look like my community is getting torn down, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'd rather take my money and like pump it directly into where I want it to go instead of it being taxed and going out to, I don't know where that's going.
I think I was talking to you about this when I was looking at it. It was saying something like, well, I was talking to you and I was saying something like, I think when they before they take your tax out, they say, okay, this is we're gonna take all the taxes out of this. This is where all your taxes coming out. This is where they going. This, that, and third. But give you options on where you want it to go. I think every person should have an option.
I remember you talking about that. Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying, like this percentage of your tax that we're getting, you can either put it in these 3 things, or these 3 things, or these 3 things. You know what I'm saying?
I think that would work if like there was a certain part that had to just go to the government and they decide, and then there's a certain percentage of your income that you can decide I want to focus on
for your state. That's what I'm saying. Like like your federal tax and your state tax.
Yeah,
like
that'd be dope.
You get to choose where you want that stuff to go.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I'm cool with that.
Even if it's just like 50%, 50% goes to this place, and then 50% you can choose however you want to, do it.
Same thing with your car taxes. I think you should be able to choose like this should be here, this should be here, this should be here. I think that should be more of a thing than how we have it now, because it's more of a mystery on where my money goes.
Yeah,
like you can talk to me all you want, like, well, they paying with our tax dollars, but I don't know. I don't have a feel that it's going.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I don't have a feel like, oh, they're using your tax dollars to pay for this or pay for that. It's like, yeah, but I don't know.
Are they though?
But where are they going? Like, if it wasn't going to that, what else where it was going?
I think a lot of times, even with taxes, because you do see like, constituents of like centers and stuff, like they towns, like they're still needing a lot of stuff, but in recent years they've been getting raises like every year. So a lot of times, a lot of places are cut costs instead of pumping it back in just to like get themselves raises. So I do think if it was more transparent and we didn't see stuff like senators getting raises all the time, I feel more comfortable with.
But with that same theory, I'm okay with them getting raises as long as they're getting taxed for it. The tax for is like, you know what I'm saying, the more money you make, the higher the tax is.
I think they should only, like, you get a raise at a job if you earn it. But if your constituents are still in the same situation, what are you getting a raise for?
No,
You're not doing your job.
I absolutely agree with that. Now in that case, like if you're doing bad at your job, you should be fired.
If your town or your area is prospering, okay, you're doing a good job.
Doing a good job.
You've earned this. But if your town is in the same situation or the money keeps flowing like, to a certain sector of your city, then nah, you're not for the people, you for yourself and whoever people is the pocket you're in.
Yeah, but you also gotta be careful with that because like even in South Carolina sometimes, like even with the school system, if you're in a rural area, it's hard for like whoever's over that county to get money to come down there for the school.
Yeah.
So even though it seems like he's doing a bad job, but he don't have the resources that like someone like the upper states have. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So he may look like he's having a bad job, but goddamn.
But let me tell you, but I will say that when in situations like that, I can vibe with that. But if you saying we can't get the money down there, we can't get the money down there, and like, but you just keep getting raises and stuff. Money's somewhere. Money's somewhere.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
So I mean, I can understand that because there are hardworking, roll up your sleeves, local mayors and stuff that sacrifice, and it's hard to work with people.
I think when it comes down to cities, I think each, whether it be a mayor or a senator, whatever, from each, whatever, like county or even whatever the case may be, I think they should have a pot where they all put that in and it's separated equally. Yeah. But it's hard to do that because you might like, well, we make more money in there. Or we bring in more revenue than this. Right. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So
I think if you have access though, like, because, school systems stuff are really fueled by property, the value of property around it. In a lot of rural areas, it's not really popular like that.
Especially here, though. You go to rural, you be like, people live here? Yeah. Like, there's a school?
But if you are a high generating school, and you have access, you can send that to the rural areas.
But it's hard to say that because you like, well, we can use this extra money for the kids to do something extra. We can send them on a field trip and their parents ain't got to pay. You feel me? That's what become weird at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, if I was married, I'd be like, well, y'all. I mean, that's a nice sentiment, but y'all already have a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do you want to at least be like just allocate a few dollars for these kids that don't have any of that?
Yeah, I would agree with that, man. I think it should be something in that area for far as like being able to split it in equally.
Mm-hmm.
But I think also with the idea that I have as far as the taxes and those real areas, they can be like, well, instead of splitting up everything, let's fix this up first. You know what I'm saying? Let's put all our money here and then put like, I think it should be a certain percentage that you can put in that area. But if it's the highest one, like say we're going to put 56% of all the taxes that y'all have in here. You can't just put it all in here. We got to separate it. Well, I want the most to go in our schools.
Yeah.
You know, the roads are already messed up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no use separating and then, you know, dragging our feet on everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think
get one area situated.
get right up one area straight, and then we can move along to something else.
I just wanted to settle just like because I'm not a millionaire yet, but you know I'm working towards that, and I don't want to hear anybody mouth when I start passing out money. Because another thing is like you don't one is the difference between net worth and like cash on hand, like what I can actually give out.
Yeah, that's what people don't understand. Net worth and me having my money
is different. I gotta liquidate a lot of assets to get that cash. And secondly, you don't know what else I'm trying to plan with my money.
Yeah,
like it may even if I do have $1 billion,
I may be saving up to do something else.
And what if my money stopped today?
Yeah.
And I just gave away half of that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to plan for the future because you never know when it might stop or what I'm trying to do with my money. Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying.
So if I get $25 million, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah. No, if I gave 25, I gave 25.
That was a thought for 20. I thought about how much I could give, maintain my lifestyle, and do what I need to do in the future.
Or I feel like being generous today. I'm not doing that with this 25 anyway.
Yeah, I can have it.
Yeah, I could have gave more, but I don't have to.
I don't have to.
We all can do more than what we doing. There's plenty of times where I see, you may see a homeless person on there, and I don't mind it. My thing is, if I got it, you can have it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We both are like that. You know what I'm saying? If I see a homeless person, like, man, he'll take the food or take the money I got.
Right.
But I'm not going to the ATM to be extra and come back and get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't always do stuff like that. I see a lot of GoFundMe things on Facebook and stuff. We all do. Do we give what we got during that time, even if it's $2 or $3? Yeah. Well, I don't feel like doing that.
I don't feel like typing all the information.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? But you get mad at him for actually giving 25? I don't even know the process of giving that amount of money away. I don't even know the process. But I'm sure paperwork is involved.
Yeah. Something. Or some deals. Like if I give you this 25, then I got to get this down the road. Even so, 25 million.
That's just something, man. That's just something that people always going to want to fight for something or have a big deal about something. If somebody gave 25 and I'm not able to give 25, if I'm able to give 25 mil and $1, then I may or may not talk. You know what I'm saying? Then I have room to goddamn kind of say what I need to say. But if I ain't got 20 mil to talk, he gave 20 mil. He still helped.
I didn't give anything.
He still helped.
Yeah.
Regardless of what he could have done, because he could have not done
did.
nothing. He could have just whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm safe. You know, that's y'all over there. Still use Facebook. Still use my computers, whatever the case may be. Because y'all going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So, nah. The problem is with the people, not so much of the people that's above. When it comes to stuff like that, people just holler, throwing rocks. You know what I mean?
That's where I'm at with it, man. I think if whatever I give is what I give.
Foolish.
Second question of the day: can companies afford to increase wages? And I was really thinking about this last week because we had that discussion about Jeff Bezos and him asking for donations to help out, employees. And I was like, that man worth. And it turns out he's worth a lot more than 30 billion.
So.
Yeah, I mean, even so.
How much was it?
To Maine, it was like 119.
Yeah, I thought it was high because he's like the
richest. Like 119.9 we might be talking.
Yeah.
But the 30 mil, that wasn't going to last. But what we didn't account for is I looked it up later, he was just asking for that for like contract and seasonal workers.
Oh, okay.
So that decreases
the amount
a lot.
Yeah.
He might have been able to afford that.
Yeah, maybe.
But we don't know those.
But even with that, it's still a maybe. It's still like I don't know.
Because I don't know
until July. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot of.
That's a lot of patience.
We did the calculations on $1 billion, but that was for like the whole country. Yeah. And that ain't do it for a week. Just a week would have exhausted that. Nah, they couldn't do it. But I was really, contemplating, and so I wanted to understand, like, the overall question: can businesses increase their wages overall? So we won't even have to be in this jam in the first place if you had a livable wage to begin with. People out there be struggling, and now during the quarantine, and stay at home orders, a lot of people, essential job workers are making a livable wage, but they out there putting their life on the line.
Facts.
So, and then I started looking into it, and I'm like, I don't know if companies can actually afford to increase their wages. So if you if you take an example of like Walmart employs 2.3 million people, and then you have to actually look at there's revenue and then there's profit. Your profit is what you get after you take account of all your bills that you pay from your revenue,
taxes, all that bullshit.
So in like 2016, Walmart made like $482 billion, which is a lot. But after, paying for like rent, benefits and employees and, blase, basically what we all have to pay, but multiplied it by 2.3 million and like a bunch of properties, they ended up with 3% of that, which is 14 billion, which is a lot. So I think it's possible, but out of that 14 billion, you got to pay, your stakeholders, whoever invested in you, and then you have to put some of that back in the company. And also, if you have different marketing strategy, you got to invest back in that.
Facts.
So it seems like you made a lot. People look at $500 billion and be like, well, this is how they much money. You can't give us $1 more an hour. But then it shrinks down once you actually pay all those people. And then at the end, you have the money after you pay everybody, like your shareholders and stuff like that. Man, looking at it, I still don't know if it's possible to increase people's wages.
I think it is. I seen the thing on Walmart years and years ago. It was a few years ago, and I seen how they do certain things, how they leave how they close Walmart, but they don't really take the building; they just leave the building there. And like how I forgot what the dude named the family that owns it. If they actually cut down some of their wages and then also add in they say they took like ideally 50% from what they earn and then 50% from the whatever they get paid, the revenue that they get paid, it could work. Oh,
so you saying if they actually take less pay and then you add that with the profits made, they can actually make that work.
Yeah, it was it'd be able to balance out.
Are people willing to do that?
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have to take a pay cut even though they worth billions. You know what I'm saying? But it was like the family itself, if they took like a certain amount of cut, they can actually do that.
Yeah. See, I think that's a good thing. Like, because if I was if we took out and we CEOs or whatever, and we making millions or whatever, I can take a pay cut. It's around a certain like if I'm making 40,000, I don't want to take a pay cut. It's around that area where it gets kind of iffy.
But again, we don't know what their lifestyle does or is. So they may have other stuff they may have to do, or other people they may have to pay too. I always take that stuff into account when I think about that shit, because like sometimes the lifestyle that they have could be the same lifestyle that we got, but on a bigger scale.
Right.
You feel me? So I'll be like, well, they may have to have this, they may have to pay for this building, that building.
And especially if you've already been getting paid that, and then you got to take a pay cut.
Yeah, because then now your lifestyle changes.
It's in jeopardy, and it's like, now you want me to go back.
And now you understand what then you got to add in the factor of human nature.
And you got to think, is the job you're doing worth that amount of money? And if it is, why should I take a pay cut?
Facts.
To, I want to help people, but, I don't want to lose this lifestyle or, devalue what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
it's
like, and I just want people to understand, like, it's not as simple as just like they
giving
made
you
that much
extra,
money, and it's like the extra dollar adds
that money
up.
comes from somewhere. Yeah. People always think it's like simple, addition and subtraction.
And you gotta look at the different type of businesses, because if we talking about like, because a couple of years ago, McDonald's in DC, they finally got their $15 an hour, but McDonald's is a franchise business. McDonald's really make their money off of real estate. They sell it to franchisees, and the franchise owner.
You can go get a McDonald's right now.
Yeah, and they have to pay rent to McDonald's and pay for all the supplies and the benefits and stuff, all that. So the $15 is really not coming out of McDonald's.
It's not McDonald's.
Yeah, it's the owner of that particular franchise.
Yeah.
So if you see McDonald's is making billions of dollars, you not even really employed by him because you employed by that man right there in the store.
So it look different.
So if you
man.
ask for $15, you be like, bro, we really don't have
we
it
don't
to
have
give.
that. You got to get your information, man. Stuff like that is very important. That stuff is very important. Even though I think they was fighting more for like, just to raise it, period. So this can't be the low.
Right.
This can be the low. Like 15 is the
Don't
low.
don't get it twisted, man. We are not here defending, billionaires and stuff like that. We just saying
You gotta look at it from their perspective too.
It's not that simple.
Yeah.
If you want to get something to work, you have to know how it works.
Yeah.
So if you go into court like we just want $1 and they start handing out you know about revenue and profit and stakeholders and you looking like
that's why.
Yeah, that's why y'all.
That's why.
That's why you're not getting 15 now. You're gonna stay at $9 an hour. I saw Wendy's though. I was driving through Wendy's thing and it said starting at $10 an hour. I was like, how is anybody living off of that?
That's why I always tell people, man, if you don't like where you at, find somewhere better, man. You're never stuck in the position that you're in. You just think that, man. Always. You can always do something to get yourself out of that situation.
Something, man. Even if it take you a long time.
Even if it take you a long time, man, it'll be worth it in the end. So I think in some situations they can, like huge corporations, I think there is a way for them to.
I'm sure they know something.
Yeah. If they know how
they thought about it.
If they know how to avoid taxes, if they know how to avoid certain pays that they have to pay or something like that, then I'm pretty sure if they put their mind together,
they can figure out a way.
They can figure out a way to. Don't get us wrong. We think it.
Yeah.
I think
it can be done,
but I don't think it's as simple as just giving the money.
Yeah.
It's not like oh my, just hand it to you. Far from what we.
Because I was just looking at it even before all this. I was looking at it on just like in my job, like. If they just increased the wages, if they gave me $1 more, that's like thousands of dollars more they got to pay. Yeah. And I'm thinking it's just $1 now.
No, it's not. If you add that through, you working 40 hours. So that's $1 every 40 hours, and you're working 52 weeks. So you got to take that. You got to take that extra $40, and then multiply that by 52. And
then multiply it by all employees is gonna get a raise.
Facts.
That's a lot of money. That adds up.
But
and if you're gonna own a business, you need to know about all this stuff.
Yeah, facts.
But it's a lot of hidden expenses we don't expect.
But I will say this: a lot of other countries figure out how to do it. I know a lot of corporations that's from other countries that come over here, they figure out how to do it.
Oh yeah, BMW and Michelin right now, they good. If you work it there, they take care of it.
They figure it out.
Yeah. So
don't get me wrong. I think they can figure it out. I think they done figured it out. And these people refuse to try to figure out because it takes too much or it may, subtract from what they want to normally make or something like that. It's not as.
That's my only thing, man. Like
it's not as simple as you think it is.
They keep finding money to give all these. I read something too. The dude that's like the CEO, they gave him like a $20 million raise or something, and then they did the math. And they was like, that'll be enough to give all the employees of Walmart like. $8.40 raise like one time, just for like an hour. So even that wouldn't be enough. But still, they find the money.
But what if I said $1 or 50 cents for each employee? If I said 50 cents, 50 cents will satisfy a lot of people.
I think it can be done because, like I said, we made the mistake of last time, but just thinking it was all Amazon employees. Mm-hmm. It's really you just trying to get the bottom up. Mm-hmm. So you start with a single sector and work on that till you figure that out, and then you adjust, wherever else you need to.
But America don't do that at all. That's why the lower class is growing and the middle class is shrinking. Mm. So that's why these companies do that same shit because we, as a country, hasn't figured out how to do that as a whole.
No, we figured it out.
We don't do it.
Yeah, we don't do it. Yeah. I mean, I hope with like, because I know like Democrats are trying to put in the stimulus bill, like if we bailing these companies out, they need to really do, hold them accountable because our wages have been stagnant since the last time they was bailed out. So I really hope they put some stipulations in there.
They need to do something about that. They need to be shut down or something. I don't understand that
because we can't just have it the next time we get shut down for whatever reason, then we right back in the same thing because people ain't been able to afford a living style or save up enough to even survive something like that. So. Because now it was crazy. Now companies that need to be bailed out and we need to be bailed out.
Mm-hmm. We're just saying in the whole. I mean, that's all it is. How Rome fell, man. It's just, what I mean?
It is.
The fall of the great powers, man. We just falling, man. Just digging ourselves a hole. Capitalism. What's up?
America's not a country, man. It's a business.
A terrible business from what it looked like.
Cutting
but
costs.
we trying.
Yeah. Or
we're not doing our best. I ain't say that.
We moving along, and then we are revealing things that we have to change. It's like the worst kind. It's the worst kind of person. America is the worst kind of person. Somebody that changes because they have to and not because they should.
Facts. We're gonna have to cut your foot off if you don't stop eating. You know what's the name?
And then you get the diabetes. Got to go after that foot then, and then it's like, man, I really got to shape up.
Yeah, but you don't because they give you the medication.
So now you can keep eating what you want.
You eat a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I can still eat fried chicken and I can just take the skin off.
Don't do that.
But hey, that's all I have for that. You got anything else?
Oh no, I'm good with that, man. That was it. I ain't got much to say to that, man. Be thankful for what you get sometimes.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us on this episode. If you have any thoughts, feel free to leave a comment. Hit
Please.
us up on our website, on Facebook, wherever you can get in contact us with. Again, holler at our sponsor, Charm Bath and Body.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you hit the website up, charmbathbody.com.
Facts.
And
that's it, man.
hit the links.
Hit the link.
Below the videos so you can find out how to subscribe and all that. And
Mind the gap, man.
mind the gap.